Testing. All right. You can cut out that other shit.
Hey, yo, aim. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, bitch, I'm from Texas, where we sit riding swangers and put diamonds in our necklace. For the drink.
All right, can you hear me? Everybody. Okay, let me see. Can y'all hear me now? All right, we are good. We good. So, trying to come in, get everything set up. And they didn't have anything set up for me. Had to do it myself. Trying to make this as successful as I can. How's everybody doing this morning? I know I'm having issue with internet, but I apologize. Yeah, I'm gonna get you on this side right there. Yeah. You good, man. So, all right, man. Look, we got one of the men of the hour. We got Coach O up in here. What's going on?
How you doing, man?
Look, how it feel coming out that Celebration Bowl win?
That feels great to come in and we the 100 now. And,
right.
It feels great. We're excited, and we are ready for a run back in.
All right. Well, what are the things that you want to take into this season that you took from last season, and you know, kind of want to put tweak it and put it in your own brand?
Well, I think the biggest thing that we're gonna stay physical. We're gonna play fast, and we're gonna be a disciplined ball club. But ultimately, Jack State football is fun. And so we're gonna preach having fun to our players. We're gonna preach team. We're gonna preach family. Having great energy in our building. But ultimately, man, being physical, playing our brand of football, and wearing team down.
All right. You see the game as far as you've seen schedule for this year. Start out the season with a CAA opponent in Hampton University. It's been a minute since you played Hampton, but what is the thing that you see from them that you think you can kind of go into the game on August the 30th about offense and defense and special teams?
Well, I think ultimately Hampton got a good ball club. They played some really good teams, tough down to the wire last year. And they beat pretty much all the HBCUs they played last year. So we know we got our work cut out for us. So we're not overlooking Hampton. Hampton, they have great coaches right now. We know a lot of those guys over there. And so we're excited about playing them. We're excited about hosting them in Jackson. Ultimately, I think with this particular game, it's an opportunity for our team to establish what I'm trying to say, establish the attitude or establish what we are going to be this year, right? Okay. Establish our identity. And so I think once our guys get into that game and they can play somebody in a different jersey, you will see that this team is going to be really exciting.
All right. And last but not least, man, you got preseason Offensive Player of the Year at JaCobian Morgan. What are the things that you see from this summer that you think he can bring into for the fall?
His growth has been exceptional. He's maturing, not just as a football player, but as a man, as a young man. But man, listen, Jackson State, we don't just coach football, we believe in developing our man. And that's when you see a young man like JaCobian Morgan, Jeremiah Williams, who came into the program, and you know, they not necessarily bad kids, they're great kids always. Mm-hmm. But now you're seeing those manly characteristics start to show themselves even more. Maybe not knowing how to tie a tie, but now they can tie a tie. You know what I mean? Knowing how to put that suit on and make it look good. But also knowing how to open that door, hold that door open for that young lady. Those are the type of things in our program that people don't see on a day-to-day basis that we emphasize. Being a good news.
All right. And let everybody know, Tiger Nation, what they need to do and where they need to be at first game of the season.
And listen, August the 30th, we have an opportunity to start off and kick off this football season with another amazing game and win at home. When's the last time we opened up a season at home? In a minute. So let's get to the vet August the 30th and have fun, first of all, but also let's get this season kicked off and make this run like we know we can do it.
All right. Appreciate it, Doc. All right.
Hey, listen, Doc, before you go, August 15th, I need all the Jacksonians at the vet. We're going to have us a good time at the Fan Fest and the 2025 season kickoff celebration, the Country Boy experience. I need everybody there. Please tell your friends.
Y'all heard it from them first, man. Y'all come up there to the vet August 15th. I'm going to try to make my way from Dallas.
Yo, Luke. Appreciate you.
All right, now. Man, hey, it feels good. It feels good to get that first interview out the way, man. So we got a lot of things going on. Oh, my goodness.
You got a USB-C charge I can hold real quick?
USB-C?
Yeah. I think that might be.
Yeah. I can do a little, man. I got you, bro.
Yeah, appreciate that.
I'll put it right here, man.
Yeah, thank you, Doc. Mm-hmm. What's your name?
They call me Doc.
Doc?
Yeah.
What?
All right. Everybody gonna hit that like button. Nah, that was quiet. Squad button. So everybody go hit that like button. Everybody go hit the subscribe button. I did get in this morning, a little bit after 9:20. So I'm trying to rock and roll right now. Trying to see about these new microphones that I got. Okay, and I look. Get it. He's right here. Move them some. Anyway, so I appreciate everybody for joining me. We are live on Twitter, of course, we're live on YouTube, and we got on Facebook under my real profile name, David Smith Douglas. So make sure y'all check that out. Trying to get some more people to come over. We're gonna be over here, so y'all bear with me. So got my cameras, got one. Got me right here. So We're gonna try to get some pictures in while we at it. We're gonna try to do. We're gonna try to get some on the phone, like for a fit check. But you know what? Since we're doing that. All right, I'll be right back, y'all. Now my man Jamie at work. Got On the Hill podcast at work over here.
From the hill.
From the hill. My bad. From the hill. From the hill. From the hill. He about to get up on me, y'all. Like, hey, get it right. We're not gonna go into that right now. Y'all, I'm trying to get internet, but look, y'all got a hotspot on the thing.
We can use a conference.
I need to sign in on it. Show me what I'm doing wrong. Is a passcode on there?
That'll share the conference.
Share the conference.
Yeah. It's two of them though, so you got to make sure it's the right one.
Okay. Now I just figured it out. All right. I seen it earlier. Just seen it earlier, but I don't know what's going on. So what's going on, everybody? I have to excuse me. I'm trying to figure some other things out right here. All right, there we go. All right. All right. Okay, yes. I seen Timona earlier. She haven't gotten on. I seen her little post, so she's still doing what she's doing right now. So, yeah, this week, man. We trying to get things going. But other than that, you know, we just getting it in and having some fun. How you doing, Miss Scott? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? So everybody's up there. So the main room, main conference room is the ESPN setup. So you got this, you know what's going on. So I am going to go ahead and try to get some more interviews. Hey, bro, I'm breathing. What up to my guy right there, my boy Will. Y'all go check out the podcast, Between the Game podcast. You know, we get ready for this football season to come up. So, let's see if I can get this microphone working. Trying to get this mic working, see if it's working. Can you hear me? Hey, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got to jump in because I'm trying to see these.
Make sure y'all like. Make sure you like the stream, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. But yes, sound good, cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So, as you see, I got my microphone. I'm trying to be professional, y'all. I'm trying to be professional. So, if you're on Twitter, hit that follow button. Hey man, make sure you just come back in, bro. We gonna welcome you back in. So, what's going on, Taylor? What's going on? What's going on? All right, appreciate it. Appreciate everybody for here. Appreciate everybody for here. So, okay, Miss Mary, live in Atlanta. Appreciate it. If y'all see the setup, it's a nice setup right now. I'm over in my little corner. I can't help it. Hey man, we here. Look, we are here. We are here. We are ready to go. I'm gonna take this off right here and put my background back up. All right, so we're gonna be good. This is better. Oh yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, James. Just chilling. And see, I'm gonna show you the fit. Got going on right here. My gray shirt, you know what I'm saying? Got my arm fatigues. And on my feet, got some Boston Celtic ones. Can't get no better. Can't get no better. But yeah, man, we are live and direct here in Birmingham. You know what? I just did get on. I was on earlier. I went on from a table and stuff right there. But we are back again. So make sure y'all go check out Coach O now. And make sure y'all just make sure y'all come out August the 30th for Jackson State fans. Make sure y'all come out August the 30th. Also, make sure you come out August the 15th. Come out August the 15th for the Real Country Boy Experience at the Vet. It is the prequel to what's going on to meet the team and everything like that. So, hey, as always, we always taking donations. We always checking in on each other. So we are here. We are here to go. And we are ready to go. My trip here was pretty decent. My trip here was pretty decent, so I can't complain. So yeah, we are really just chilling right now. Just waiting on for everybody to come on through and everything. Hopefully I get Coach Graves up again. I got to get Coach Jackson, Coach E-Rob and everything. So, yeah. And I'll do a little bit different this year. Is so when I interview players, instead of me being on the screen, I will take my off. I don't know when tests will go up, but I'm gonna check to see. So I'm check to see. But other than that, my trip was good. I need to take some pictures. Let me see what you got. I mean, but you gotta understand, everybody's young, everybody's young men and stuff, so you can't really gauge into that because at the end of the day, they're gonna be who they are. But let's get into that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
How you doing?
Not too bad. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
I'm good. All right. Let's see if I can get Coach Graves over here. All right. Yeah. Make sure y'all go to the Country Boy Experience. Make sure you go to the merge. Country Boy Experience, August the 15th. The merge. August the 15th, Country Boy Experience at the vet. August the 16th, merge at the AEC. So make sure y'all go ahead and check those out next month. Let me go ahead and pull up. I've already knew about the order of finish, so and we can get into that. Let's see if I got an email. Yes. There you go. That's football selections. Okay, or predict the order of finish. Okay, man, look. In the SWAC East, of course, they got Jackson State finishing number 1 with 16 first place votes. Florida A&M, they got them predicted to finish at 2 with 3 first place votes. Alabama State in the 3rd spot in the division with 2 first place votes. Alabama A&M they predicted them to finish 4th. Bethune-Cookman is predicted to finish 5th with one first place vote. And Mississippi Valley is going to finish 6th in the division. That's what they predicted them for. In the SWAC West, they got Southern to finish in the division. First place, 17 with 17 first place votes. Alcorn State is predicted to finish 2nd in the West with 2 first place votes. Prairie View, surprising, is predicted to finish 3rd with 1 first place vote. Texas Southern is predicted to finish 4th. Grambling is predicted to finish 5th, and Arkansas Pine Bluff is predicted to finish 6th in the West with 1 first place vote. So I am a little bit surprised. I'm a little bit surprised that in the West, Prairie View is going to be sitting in 3rd. That's what they predicted them, in which they predicted them 2nd last year, and they finished. I think they finished 3rd or 4th last year. But other than that, look, man, it's going to be a very fun finish right here. All right, let me see if I can get this right. You good, man? You gonna come over here and interview in a little bit?
Say it again.
You want to come and interview in a little bit?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I send it.
Okay, go ahead. Oh my goodness, this thing keep popping off. All right, so what else do we got going on? What else is going on? Let me see some other things that I just got in my email while I was on the bus this morning. And of course, the Southwestern Athletic Conference announces the SWAC TV football schedule, where they have a total of 45 games on the SWAC TV, SWAC Digital Network. So first and foremost, you're going to have the Labor Day Classic on this channel. Also, the Shreveport Football Classic against between Langston versus Grambling. You have the W.C. Gordon Classic between Tuskegee and Jackson State. You also have Grambling versus Prairie View, the Labor Day Classic on the SWAC TV. And what other class? I'm looking at it right now, y'all. So y'all have to excuse me. And the Turkey Day Classic is going to be on the SWAC TV Thanksgiving Day. So, hey. I have no idea. I think he's a big talker. So, hey, they need it. They need it. They need it. So yeah. Other than that, man, I am have to be right back. Take some photos. And, I'll be right back. Just a minute.
You know, excited to get ready for the season, and obviously that first game of the year, right? Is everyone's kind of pointing to that.
You know, you got some guys on the line coming back. Ashton Grable, Ronald Brown, both all SWAC first team members, and then of course behind them, Thad Franklin Jr.
Well, you know, I'm talking to some of the coaches, you know, throughout today, you know, today and yesterday, they were kind of surprised with some of the guys that we had returning, right? So, you know, people like they didn't even know Thad Franklin was coming back. Right? I was like, yeah, no, he's back. And Bo Somerset's back, and you know, a couple of offensive linemen that were obviously all conference last year, they're back, and got a great offensive line, a couple of offensive linemen that are also back that played a lot for us last year. So, you know, I think the biggest thing for us is just making sure we take care of the guys that we had that were there. You know, we brought in another 30 to 35 guys to help shore up some of the spots that we needed to get fixed. But again, I'm excited with what we're doing. I'm excited with our new staff, some of the new staff guys, you know, offensive line coach, running back coach, new defensive coordinator. So, you know, we had to make the changes, and sometimes they were tough, but they were things that we needed to get done, and ultimately we did.
I have not done the research on this, but I'm pretty confident when I say this, you might be the only coach in America, maybe the only coach ever, who can go down the hall and the basketball coach is a Heisman Trophy winner. If you ever just want to toss some stuff against the wall.
Well, you know, Charlie was my teammate, right? And obviously, you know, the respect, and you know, he was a superhero in my eyes when I was a freshman at Florida State. But you know, but I'll say this about Charlie. You know, we actually spoke quite a bit throughout the process, and he's a guy even before, you know, him coming to FAMU. Man, we texted a lot, and he was always giving me his well wishes. He never talked about quarterback play, but you know, it's a blessing to have him in the building. It's a blessing for him just to be around, and you know, and there's a lot of knowledge obviously that he says, but it's just, you know, we haven't talked football at all, and you know, he's trying to make sure he gets that basketball team where it needs to be.
You know, I want to look at the defensive side of the football for you, Coach. You guys got a lot of guys coming back. Yeah. Westmoreland's coming back. You got Huggins who's coming back. Let's see, on the second team, I know you got Sanders. I mean, just tons of guys on all conference teams.
Well, and we got some guys with some depth, right? You know, Navon Jenkins had a great year for us, and he was a guy that we didn't think that was going to help us much, except on special teams. He goes out and, you know, he leads our team in tackles with 80-plus tackles. So, you know, again, just, you know, at times you have people that are coming back, and, you know, people are like, well, who cares if they're coming back? But these are quality guys that have done some good things. They've been leaders for us in the offseason, and, you know, and again, the depth that we brought in, guys that are going to make these other guys compete. Yeah, man, again, it's a blessing to watch our guys come out every day, and they're competing. Our depth charts are changing every day. You know, Jamil Sanders is a preseason second-team all-conference guy, and right now he's not starting at a position because one of the guys has done a little bit better job. So Jamil's competing, the guy in front of him is competing, and they're kind of going back and forth every single day. But that just speaks about how what our football team is doing. We're evaluating every day. They know that. They understand that. So they got to come in every day and ready to go to work.
We're going to get that Celebration Bowl rematch, FAMU and Howard, start of the season. If you can't get excited about that, I don't know if you're a real football fan.
Well, you know, that's the question that we're getting every day, right? Are we going to be ready for Howard? But obviously, Howard, Coach Scott's done a great job. He's going to have them getting ready. He's going to have them ready to play. Therefore, we need to be ready to play as well.
Well, Coach, we stay right here just for a second. We're going to go down to Charles Bishop, who's down with a couple of your players from Florida A&M University. Charles, take it away.
Yeah, Coach talked about getting bigger in the trenches, and he said two big ones there. Got David Westmoreland and Ashton Grable down here with me, but Davion, you guys, you were at the mountaintop, 2023 Black College National Champions. What's it going to take to kind of get back up there?
You know, it's going to take hard work. You know, you want to get in what you put out. And I feel like if we continue to trust the process, again, 1% better every day, we'll get the results and outcome that we want.
No doubt. Ashton, you guys, you'll be paving the way for Thad Franklin, Bo Somerset. Coach talked about those guys coming back, but talk about your unit.
Yes, sir. Our unit is a real tight unit. A lot of guys have been together for like 2-3 years, and we're a bunch of maulers, a bunch of hard workers. We don't like to take all the credit from all the work that we get put in, but we work every day to get together.
Tell me what's it going to be like. You got the 2024 Black College National Champions, Jackson State, coming in to Bragg. How crazy will Bragg be that night?
It's going to be electric. It's going to be a great game, great atmosphere. We just got to go out there and just handle our business. We'll come on top.
It's going to be a great season. Looking forward to watching the Rattlers this upcoming season, guys. Back to you.
And that's the conversation every year in this division. FAMU, Jackson State, and a lot of times that's what it's come down to. At least this year won't come down to the very first game of the season.
Well, and I tell you what, Coach, I was looking at this schedule, it ain't easy. Even when you get to the middle of the season, you've got North Carolina Central, you've got Alcorn both at home, on the road against Southern, and then Jackson coming to Tallahassee.
Well, you know, our first 3 games of the year, right? I mean, as you mentioned, we you know, Howard, FAU, and then Albany State. Then we had the bye week, and then we got 9 straight, right? So as coaches, right, we got to do a great job of getting them to the Saturday, but also making sure we do the necessary work to get them ready. So, you know, we got a great schedule. Miss Suggs and Miss Angela Suggs, you know, her and I spoke at length before during the spring and about what we needed to do. And I love our schedule, love who we're playing. Check me at the end of the year if it was a great idea. But hey, every game at home is going to be exciting for us. And obviously we go on the road, right? You know, we understand the assignment. But again, excited to get ready. Excited to play this upcoming season, and I'm glad my boy Ashton didn't he answered that question well. That was more of a setup question about the Jackson State game. We got to take care of November. We got to take care of November 1st. We got to take care of other months before we get to November 1st. I'm applauding my boy Ashton for his answer.
You know Chuck is going to insert Jackson State whenever he can.
Thought I'd ask.
The earpiece magically fell out before he asked the Jackson State question. So I'm good.
Hey, look, how about this Valley game? A lot of people are excited about that. Exciting venue. We got a couple of Florida State guys going at it.
Well, you know, T-Buck is the reason why I picked Florida State. You know, he was a small corner. You know, when I was in high school, and I looked up to him, and we've hugged each other about 6 times in the last 24 hours, just for the amount of respect that we have for each other. And you know, it dates back many years. And you know, for us, you know, obviously, when you count South Florida, Atlanta's probably our second, or maybe even our first biggest alumni base. So getting a chance to go to Atlanta, you know, playing, you know, obviously Mississippi Valley beat us last year, and you know, our guys are, you know, obviously going to be looking forward to try to hopefully, you know, right that wrong. But Coach Buck will have them ready to go. T-Buck will have them ready to go. We'll be ready to go and get a chance to playing Benz, right? Playing the Benz Stadium. So that's always a great thing. Give our guys the opportunity to play on an NFL level, be in an NFL locker room, just giving that opportunity to play in that type of setting.
You guys got a lot of Florida State guys that are coaches now in SWAC.
Don't tell the Rattlers. Don't say that too loud.
Well, Coach, you know, you're doing something right because you guys have really stepped up your game. Of course, College National Championship last year and defending this year. Good luck on the season.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having us.
All right. That is Florida A&M. We'll get ready for Jackson State University coming up in just a moment. It's the 2025 SWAC Media Day here in Birmingham, Alabama. Back after this. So.
Sorry, we're late. It's your family, right?
Who are you?
We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, this is entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler. That was for us. There's no lifeguard. Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you. Pepsi. I'm not needed here.
That really is a perfect combo. My friends need a Pepsi truck coming over too.
I'm not sorry for bringing flavor. I appreciate the comments.
Big rivalries, big wins, and continuing legacies. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference has been more than just a league. It's been a movement. From the roaring crowds to sold-out stadiums, year after year, SWAC leads the nation in FCS attendance. And now, the wait is over. Welcome to SWAC TV, your free all-access pass to the soul of the conference. Every rivalry, every win, every championship moment, captured, streamed, and celebrated. Stream SWAC TV, available on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Google Play, and Android TV. SWAC TV, where history is made and moments live forever.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. GMC, honored to support the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
The 2025 SWAC football season is almost here, and SWAC TV is set to bring you some of the most anticipated games of the season. Big classics, historic rivalries, and some of the best bands in the land will headline the inaugural slate of 45 football games this fall. Free, live, and on demand on the new and exclusive streaming platform of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. The time is now. SWAC TV is here, building champions for life.
We are back here in Birmingham at the 2025 SWAC Media Day. Now joined by the head coach of Jackson State University, head coach T.C. Taylor. Coach, how you doing?
I'm good, man. It's year 3.
Yeah.
Back up in here. It's a little different feeling right now, though. So I'm blessed to be here, though. Good to see you guys again.
Hey, when it first started, Santoria, there was a big commotion right over here.
Yeah.
I thought 2 Chainz had showed up or somebody. I stood up and everybody was here to talk to TC.
Yeah, it's a blessing, though. It's a blessing. This is a test of, last year was a great year for us. Winning East Division SWAC championship and a Celebration Bowl. 4th time was a charm for me. 4th time going, I'm very proud of my team getting it done, though.
What was it like before we get into this year? What was it like to bring that trophy back to the Jack?
It felt good. I can't lie. I just to get out there and be under that confetti. It meant a lot. Then to have my family, everybody was right there with me in the city. See my AD right there with me. That's done so much for us. And those players, I knew how the type of work that they put in as a football team to get there. And I always think back to that Grambling loss. And they could have took tail, but they came out after that week and persevered, and they was like, we're not losing no more. And they went out there and they got it done as a football team. And then, to go against South Carolina State that had beaten us in that Celebration Bowl before, well-coached team, great football team over in the MEAC. So it's something that I'll never forget. It's something I never forget. I got that trophy as soon as I walk out of my office on the little plaque. So every day I just go through and I touch and I think about the blessings.
Well, Coach, you guys start hot and heavy this year. Hampton, Southern Miss, and then the C. Gordon Classic. I mean, there's some history behind this one from Jackson and Tuskegee.
Definitely. I can't think back the year, but Tuskegee has came to Jackson. Got on Jackson, but before
in this lifetime.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And I know Aaron James. He's a great football coach, the head guy over there. He's done a great job there with him. But we're excited about it. The one plus for us, we play well at home finally. Last year we didn't lose a home game. That's something that we pride ourselves on. Playing well in the vet. You talked about the Hampton game. That's a team that I've seen before when I was coaching in the MEAC, when they were in the MEAC. A very physical program. I think they got quite a few new players up in there too as well. But we're more excited about just being able to open our season up in the city of Jackson, coming off a national championship win. So that's going to be a special day when you can come in out there on August 30th. I've been challenging fans. Let's pack the vet because coming off that special season last year, we're looking forward to opening up. And then we already know that FBS opponent, Southern Miss, right down the road. I try not to think about it a lot, but everywhere I go, that's what they talking about.
Oh yeah,
everywhere they go. So I just tell the players, man, let's start with Hampton. Let's start with Hampton, take care of business on the 30th, and we'll start, stacking them up after that.
With the portal, obviously, Coach, you see a lot of changes. No matter how successful your team is, and coaches see this all over the country, you're going to have players that move on and do other things. Talk about what the portal has done with you, it's not just kids leaving, but also you've been able to go to the portal and get kids as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great for us. I have to say, going back to 23, once Coach Prime left, and what it was 50, 60 players left, so we've had to go in the portal, and the portal has been a blessing for us. But now going in the last season, my philosophy was, how do I say it? Let's not just go out and get the guy coming off the sexy team. Just because he went to Ohio State, he went to this. Those guys don't always pan out. Just make sure they fit. You think about what we got this year. I mean, I'll tell you a guy named that has really been electric. Everything that the SWAC saw last year is Nate Rimmer, the receiver from Valley. He is really good, and that's a guy that, like I said, ain't from Valley. We didn't go get another big name guy, but he was a big name in our conference. Called over 70 passes, all conference guy. Another name, Kanye Warner, from Alabama State. He is going to be a problem for a lot of people playing the defensive line for us. He's had a great summer, but you try to go out and make sure you get players that fit your culture, and fit with, your chemistry and everything. And we've done a great job of that. A lot of these players we brought in this summer.
Coach, hang with us. We got standing by over here. I got to tell on him. He's been riding the bike over there in Montgomery with the Alabama State staff. Don't hold it against him, but he's got a couple of your guys. We're talking about Charles Bishop.
Down here with Jeremiah Williams and as well as the general, JaCobian Morgan. But you guys kind of led that Jackson State football team from a defensive line standpoint last year. But talk about your unit, and some of you guys got some new toys coming in this year.
Oh, yeah, man. It was a great pleasure to lead that front, man. It just, the guys, man, they come every day to work, and they dedicate every day. And we got a guy like Wayne Patterson, man, freshman. I feel like he gonna play early, man. He got a lot of drive, a lot of focus. He exposed all the ball. And my other guys, man, they all of them ready to work.
No doubt. JaCobian, I'm gonna turn to you, man. You quarterbacked national championship team. Just tell me, what has it been like for you and Jackson over the past few months?
It's been wonderful, man. Like you said, you got a lot of transfers, but once you go oriented, that's nothing. Everybody's growing that brotherhood, and everybody's working towards the same goal. So it's been a wonderful months in Jackson since the Celebration Bowl.
Huge win last year in terms of winning the Celebration Bowl, but can you pinpoint when that team really gelled last year?
I know it's a tough thing to say, but after the Grambling game, we needed that. I feel like that was the point where the adversity that we needed to hit, and it made us the team who we was. So that point right there, I feel like, is where it set everything off.
No doubt. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, defending Black College national champions coming back into the 2025 season.
That's a good-looking quarterback. He's tall. Yeah. He can see over the line. That's like a prototypical college quarterback build, and he can play.
Definitely. We need him that tall because we got two tackles that are 6'7". Our guards are 6'5". That's how the vision was. We want to look a little different than everybody. But that JaCobian is a guy that I recruited out of high school. I recruited him at Canton High School right there in Mississippi, not far from Jackson State. And he ended up choosing Syracuse at the time, but went up there and had a little success, but decided to come back home. So he's going into his third year. I think this year you're going to see his best football, though. You talk about seasoned vets, and snaps matter for quarterbacks. And he has the pieces around it. That's what we've done a great job as a coaching staff. Surrounding him with talent. You talk about the Travis Terrells, All-American running back we got coming back. Jonas Fertillion, Nate Rimber, tight end is a first team all-conference, Landy. So anytime you can put those kind of pieces around him, and the way he plays the game, he's always calm, great leader. And they believe in him. That's a recipe for success.
No, Coach, the other thing to talk about is your schedule. I looked at the middle of your schedule: Alabama State at home, then Grambling in Vegas, and then Florida A&M. Between you and Florida A&M, you guys won championships the last couple of years, and so that's a huge one in Tallahassee. You got a tough schedule, especially coming off of the beginning of the season where you got Southern in the first half.
Thank God for the bye before we go to Vegas. Thank God we have the bye going into Vegas because Gremlin is, you know, like I said, they believe they can kick our butts, and they did last year. They beat us handily, you know. But we get that bye, we go play Vegas, but then you travel that far, changing time zones, then got to hustle to get back to Tallahassee. And we all know the magnitude of that football game. You talk about some of the better athletes in the SWAC. FAM has them. They're a really good football team. Make no mistakes about it. They have some really good football players down there, and we know the magnitude of that game. You know, they talk about it a lot, but I try to keep it focused on the game at hand. But everybody looks forward to that FAMU game. But you know, we just got to take it. The SWAC in itself is a tough conference. You know, you got to bring your A game each and every week, no matter who we're playing. You can take those few games right after that. We still have to play with Alcorn, you know, after that, and those teams like that. So we just got to play good football. You know, Alabama A&M is going to be better with Coach Shea, a good friend of mine. I had the opportunity of coaching with him at the Legacy Bowl. You know, he's a great football coach, humble guy, great football mind. So all of them going to be tough.
And, you know, look, 8 of the 11 all-conference members, first team all-SWAC on offense are either Florida A&M or Jackson State.
That's right.
8 of the 11.
That's right.
I think it's so great that Jackson State is fully back, because this will now be the 5th year where Jackson State is a team to beat.
Yeah.
They're either going to win it or be expected to win it.
Exactly. And I met with my team before we got here, and we talked about all conference selection. I told them, don't forget back when 23 in the preseason of 24, there wasn't many of you guys on there. You know, there wasn't many of us on there. This is a test of how well y'all played in 24. You know, I said, where are we going to be? Are you guys going to be the same guys and additional guys at the end of this season? That means we're going to be right where we want to be as a football team. But, you know, take it, you know, cherish it. That's a great accomplishment for you guys. But, hey, we got to go play games.
I think Charles is over there. He's ready for his mea culpa about riding bikes with Coach Rob. You can go ahead and apologize now, Charles.
I know. Apologize in advance. Well, Coach, you've been so busy being a championship coach. I think I can get you on the golf course. I thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, I've been waiting on that
call. You guys got an event coming up in August 12th or so. You guys will be doing a little boot scoop.
Oh, man. You gonna let me talk about that? That's good. I'm excited about that. No, but, you know, Chuck, you know this, back when I played Big Daddy Carson and all those type coaches and everything, it was all like meet the Tigers type day. You know, and I wanted to bring that back. So what I did, everybody's talking about boots now. So we did a boots on the ground event. We come out and meet the Tigers. We're gonna have a kids zone out there. I got several Southern Soul artists that's gonna show up. PC band, it started. So it's gonna be a great event. And then it's 2 weeks before kickoff in Jackson. You know, so and we're gonna do everything right there at the vet. So I'm excited about it, Chuck. I got my boots ready to go too. So we're looking forward to that. So it's gonna be a great event leading up to that first game.
You know, and I think it's really great to see coaches that are doing things to get the fans excited. Coach Jackson just talked about we're teaching our fans how to be fans again and doing things a little bit differently. And I think the same is to be said what you guys are doing.
Definitely. And, you know, these JSU fans, they something now. They, you know, whether we on the road, wherever that game is at, they're going to show up, and you don't need much to get them fired up. So what better way? Get them out there. You know, you got the kids on going. We're going to have a tailgate and everything, and then end the night with a concert. So we're looking forward to it.
Well, before we let you go, I have the theory. Maybe I'm crazy. Once HBCU, always HBCU. You got some kids you used to coach that got drafted in the NFL this year. The Sanders brothers, Travis Hunter. How excited are you for those guys and their success? Started at Jackson.
That's a great question.
Now it's in the NFL.
I mean, I saw it. The beauty about it, I saw him as freshmen. You know, he talked about Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter. I saw their growth. And, you know, once they left here and went to Colorado, that people were wondering, they're not going to be able to do that up there. I'm like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Those guys are NFL guys, so I'm very excited about it. You know, unfortunately, you know, Shador fell to the 5th round. I definitely think he was a first-round talent, no doubt about it. He's going to show people that Travis Hunter is Travis Hunter. I think that's a generational talent. You talk about some of the greatest athletes to ever play the game. He's one of those guys. You know, Shiloh, all those guys had opportunity. Cam, the safety, he's in the NFL camp right now. So I'm excited about all of them. Rob McDaniel for us last year, he's with the Commanders. So I can't say enough about those guys getting that opportunity to continue to carry the torch.
Yep, I'll always rep Jackson State when I see it.
All right. Testing. All right, we are back. Had to show y'all some stuff right there, but yeah, we are back. Try to get some got a new microphone. Got wireless microphone. So of course that is one of the things that I know. But we are trying to get Coach. Want to try to get Coach Colzie, and I see Coach Buckley over here. We got Coach Hampton on to my right. And of course Coach Jackson. And of course TC. Gotta get TC over here. But other than that, man, we are still rocking and rolling over here, y'all. I know the connection it sucks a little bit, but hey, use the hotel Wi-Fi. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Let's see if I get Coach over here. Oh my God. So I'm trying to get some more coaches over here, trying to get some players over here. We'll be right back in 1 second. We're going to take a good commercial break. I don't know, I can't do a commercial. But other than that, man, look, we just chilling right here. Just chilling. How you doing? If you like what you see, if you like more, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. So we are doing big things out here. Appreciate everybody for joining us today. Oh yeah, it looks good over here. See who over here. What's going on, Coach? I'm good. Whenever you want to do an interview right now before you get over there. I don't know. It just depends on how long they ask me the questions.
Yeah, what's up?
All right. All right, I got you. Let me see. There you go. Hold it. You can hold it just like that. So, all right, everybody, I got Coach Thomas over here, Alcorn State. What's going on? How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed. Doc. Everything good, man.
Oh yeah, everything's good. So going to your second off season in Alcorn as a head coach, what are some things that you're looking at as far as offensive wise and defensive wise with the team?
You know, getting better, getting bigger. You know, that's the biggest thing. And the two most important games, you know, for us, we got pushed around. We were small. You know, I'm not ashamed to tell you and the Jackson State Nation, we looked at that roster. We want to mimic that roster. When we look out there and we see 6'3", 6'4", you know, not only at the wide opposition, but Rob McDonald inside, and just seeing, you know, how big those guys are. I told my guys, hey, look, we need that. We wanted to go out and find kids that at least have, you know, that size. So we had to get bigger. You know, the Southern game was 14-14 in the fourth. We kind of get pushed around, giving almost 60, 65 yards in only the fourth quarter. And so we wanted to get bigger. And so that's what the coaches did. So we'll have some length on the edge, you know, some athleticism, not only just at the wide opposition, but also in the trenches. We got two big tackles that's coming in transferred. It's really going to anchor that offensive line down. And then defensive line, you know, adding almost 1,300 pounds out of three guys to just be able to just hold that down inside. And so with the addition of Samari Edwards to come back and anchor the inside of our defense down, we're excited about it. And I thought the coaches did a really good job of getting a bigger roster.
Okay, so to go off that, to lose Malachi Bailey, who is pretty much Mr. Alcorn for the last couple of years, to gain Samari Edwards back in the fold for your defense, how do you replace a player like Malachi?
You know, you can't replace the one player, but you know, them 10 or 12 sacks got to come from different people. So now you see Gideon Spots, because no longer at 255 have to play a 3 technique inside. He can kick to the end and play a true end, you know, the whole year. East Mississippi transfer, you know, 6'1", 305. We got Deshaun Palmer from Colzie, you know, 315, 400 pound bench press. You know, we got guys now that's 300 pounds plus inside that can take that punishment. And now we can move guys that was playing inside last year that was on the side. We can kick them to the edge. And so you'll definitely see a bigger product, you know, on that defensive line. And so now Steve won't have to make as many plays, you know, inside the court. He can just run on the edge and continue to make all the tackles he did.
Looking at the schedule, you start your first 4 games on the road. What is the mentality of the team going into those 4 road games before you even head home to play your first home game?
You know, we can always lean back on last year. The good thing, we started out UAB, Vanderbilt, you know, those teams last year on the road. So the schedule's similar. So, you know, it's just taking that mindset. It's just starting early. You know, Northwestern State won't be as good as UAB or Vanderbilt, but it's still a really good team. You know, with the transfer portal, you know, it can be a quick fish. And we can't take anybody light. So that'll be a good one to start off with. But we got to have that same mindset, you know, as we did last year, just, you know, from the road work standpoint. Just got to win those games and we got to finish.
And then my final question, you know, QB was kind of the issue last season. What are some things that you tried to do to shore up your QB situation?
Not kind of an issue, you know, it was an issue. You know, we're not, you know, we know the elephants in the room when it comes to it. The Trey Lawrence, you know, 5th-year senior, been in the program, you know, his whole life. You know, we brought in Jalen Tolbert, a player from Howard who has played. You know, he got meaningful snaps. And so, and Andre Washington, you know, transferred from Charlotte. Those 3 guys right now, it's kind of taking to him. But it's also getting some weapons that they can get the football to. Last year, we got swallowed up. You know, we were small, couldn't really get off blocks. You know, when I go back, Doc, and I go watch the film, you know, his plays is there. If you can't, you know, create separation, and you're not big enough to beat man coverage, and guys can give you an 8-9 man box because we run it also well, then, you know, it ain't much to do. But now with a Jarvis rush that's on the edge, we got Tyron Warren returning. You know, we'll get light boxes. Those guys are 6'3", 6'4" now.
and can take the top off, and that should take some pressure off the quarterback. Help it just hand the ball off, but make some decent completions.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Doc, everything you doing, man.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Doc.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. That was Coach Thomas right there. That was Coach Thomas right there at Alcorn State. Trying to get Coach Buckley over here if we can. He's over at the digital table right now. A little bit over an hour since we've been on. Appreciate everybody for hopping on. And pretty much I appreciate everybody for doing, for what they have done to get me here to this point. I really do appreciate everything that everybody has done over here. I couldn't do it without y'all. So y'all make this channel go and grow with everything that y'all do. Of course, we do simulcast between YouTube and Twitter. Always make sure if you're on Twitter, hit that follow button, and then come on to the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you ever are on Twitter, and you see some pictures from Miss Dawn Montgomery, she is here. She is here in the flesh. She is cool, calm, collected, funny, and everything that people ever. Hey, it is what it is. But man, look, man, I appreciate y'all. I really do appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Even with all my circumstances that I have going on right now. At the same time, this is something that I love. This is something that I do. This ain't for play. This for real. I know one thing. I am going to get some food over here. Dr. McClellan is on right now, so I think everybody want to listen to what he got going. This is a good thing to have the SWAC digital. Kind of taking over. Again, okay, we got Blue on my side. Y'all just heard Coach Thomas from Alcorn. Y'all heard Coach O from Jackson, trying to get some more guys from over here. Trying to get Coach Eddie over here, but I'm not gonna really play too many commercials because I don't have no stable connection. But y'all bear with me. I'm going to go take some more pictures and ask some more coaches to come over here. So we'll be back in just a second. I'll put it on YouTube just for everybody to watch. Appreciate it. What's going on, Mr. Grant? How you doing today?
We're not even viewed that way in the 32 commissioners room. So as we continue to grow, as we continue to do those types of things, we have to do it in a first-class manner. And that's what the Southwestern Athletic Conference has done. That's what we will continue to do. So I don't know if I answered your question fully, but I am 100% pleased with where our fan base has elevated our conferences, the level of commitment that our member institutions have.
put in. And as long as we continue to stay on the same page, the sky's the limit. We're no longer your daddy's Southwestern Athletic Conference. From a competitive standpoint, we want to continue to do that. But when you talk about SWAC in the commissioner's room, in the NCAA room, on a national spotlight, we're no longer looked upon as this tiny, small black college conference. We're looked at as a leader in the NCAA. We're looked at as a leader on Capitol Hill. We're looked at as a leader in the NCAA legislative structure. We're looked at as a leader in fan viewership and television, corporate partnership. So that's why Chase is here. That's why Pepsi is here. That's why General Motors is here. That's why Cricket is here. That's why Nike is here. That's why Academy is here. And I can go on and on. Those are not everyday run-of-the-mill brands. The significance of those brands, the significance of what we're doing is astronomical to the overall strategic objectives that we have. Again, it's not your run-of-the-mill conference. It's not your run-of-the-mill organization, run-of-the-mill schools. It is a significant, comprehensive, cohesive group of individuals that's coming together to do something that I believe could be an extreme game changer, not only for these 12-member institutions, but for the culture of HBCU athletics.
You've ushered the conference in through a lot of transition into these NCAA committees from an analog era to a digital era. The beauty of digital is you don't have to worry about being on a high-powered station because you're not limited by that reach from an analog signal. There is no ceiling for digital. You can now look at the analytics and have all that research to help serve your partners to know, hey, this is your demographic. This is how we need to serve and work together. It's not just throwing out cliches to say that there's unlimited potential at this point.
Absolutely. And if you look 5 years ago, it wasn't where it is today. It's pretty standard now to cut on your Roku TV or, your TV and plug in a Fire Stick and get live content. You see that the autonomy conferences are moving to digital. It's not just now. Cut on your TV and you have to have cable. Some projections is, saying, will cable be here in the next 5-10 years or not? The trend, and being able to get in at this point in time is again significant for us. What was again that common word most significant to me was looking at the analytics of how many people were watching on linear TV, how many people were watching on our digital outlets, whether that was ESPN Plus, HBCU Go, SWAC Digital Network. The hours watched, the minutes watched, how they watch, how many people watch was very key in order for us to be able to go out and generate the network and also generate the interest from our corporate partners to say, hey, this is going to be something that's going to be a game changer for you as well. And fortunately for us, we didn't have to do a lot of selling. They saw it, right? They said the exposure that you get, switching it over to SWAC TV and being able to deliver it on a free paywall, we're all in. As a matter of fact, as you heard Kent say and others, they've doubled down on what we're doing. So digital has helped tremendously. We've embraced it, and we're going to continue to usher in more and more innovation and more technology. Tolly, we're going to do some pregame shows. We're going to have crews out at games, and we're going to set up, and then we're going to do a whip around. We're going to do specials. We're going to do features. All of this is going to grow. Part of our strategic plan is we're going to have a studio show where we come back into halftime and we'll there. We're going to have the coordinative officials in that studio doing the officiating, as you see with the NFL and the NBA and the SEC, where he's now going to be able to communicate in real time with every game at the same time. They do it now, but he's at another site on the phone. We're going to have all of that set up. Again, we're going to be first class in everything we do. And again, another opportunity for SWAC TV to usher in that ability for us to enhance not only the viewership, the exposure, but even our officiating.
Santori and Chuck stay booked, but I am available. It sounded like some job opportunities right there.
There
you're
you
talking
go.
about.
There you go.
Chuck, you had a question?
Yeah, I do want to ask this question, and we are in unprecedented times with regards to college athletics, even with regards to this conference. But as an individual who has grown up in the conference, who's led schools within the conference, now commissioner, I don't think I've ever asked, what is your personal satisfaction with the way you see things happen within college athletics?
You know, I think my personal satisfaction is to see the strength and the growth of our 12 brands and the 13th brand being the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Regardless on what side of the aisle you are, you're, you know, Republican, Democrat, black, white, you like this person, you don't like that. One thing I think we can all agree on is that the SWAC has continued to grow, and we've continued to remain significant, not only in our communities, but within this overall NCAA structure. And for me, to be able to see the SWAC say, we're going to opt in all 12 institutions. We're going to pay our student athletes like the autonomy conferences will pay. And again, I talked about scale. I don't think I've done a really good job, Tolly, of explaining what scale is. People say you're supposed to generate as much money as the SEC. That's just not the reality. But if you scale what the SEC generates and what their school pays, what the SEC gives them in distribution, percentage-wise, is the same percentage as to our distribution to our member schools. So when we start talking about name, image, and likeness payments, yeah, we might not be able to pay $10 million to that offensive lineman, but the scale of what we're going to be able to pay our offensive lineman has the same impact within the Southwestern Athletic Conference. So to be able to be in this era and not to cry about having to pay $30 million back in a back settlement because we've been able to do the things strategically, financially, and logically to put our programs in a position to where we say, you know, we don't want to give it, but we have the resources to give it. We're going to participate in this opt-in process. We're going to pay our student athletes. Where you see nationally, there are a lot of people that were upset, not saying that we agree with it, but we're a part of this process. We get a lot of benefit of being in the NCAA. We're going to abide by it. We're going to pay it, and we're going to move on. That was not a position that the SWAC was in 6 years ago. So what makes me happy, what continues to motivate me, what continues to drive me is there's still a lot of growth. There's still a lot of sky's the limit for us. There's still a lot of untapped potential. And we have a directive, and we're going to continue to follow that directive of trying to break those doors in. SWAC TV, this is probably the wrong analogy.
I know Dr. McClellan didn't say his favorite rapper is the Ghetto Boys. I know. Dr. McClellan got some hood in him. Yeah, so we're gonna have people coming over here in a minute. Chips are in the building. All right, so I just finished talking to my homegirl Ty, Miss Ty Floyd, and I will have her the following Wednesday for the second week series of Women Love Football. And we'll talk about what he's going through and everything. So appreciate that. Let's see if we can Jeremiah get over here.
How you doing today?
Jeremiah Williams. Oh yeah. That holiday. That's what we got. All right, man. So we got, man, look, pretty much the best all-around defensive lineman in the SWAC right now. And Jeremiah Williams, how you feel today, man?
Man, I feel great, man. I'm excited, man. Great atmosphere here, man. Great people I met today.
All right. So first question, man. Are you still on the high from the Celebration Bowl?
Oh, no, sir. It's a whole new year, whole new goals.
Whole new year, whole new goals. What are some things that you actually want to work on for this season that you feel like you didn't have last season?
I say pass rush on double teams. Learn the pass rush better on double teams. The one things I can say I improved on in the spring and last season. Even though I opened the play for most of the guys to make plays, I'm still blessed, to play this game and have great teammates on my side. So I say pass rush on the double team is, get more stronger and more explosive.
Okay. Make sure I got this straight. But yeah, man. So other than that, how's summer camp going right now?
Oh man, great. We've been doing some great things, man. Just pushing each other every day. We love one thing about it. We love the grind. We love working hard. We love when it's hard. So they will make champions.
Okay. Well, last season you had Coach James as your defensive line coach. Now you have Coach Jackson. What's the difference between those two?
Yeah, so Jay, man, he's an exciting guy, man. He pushes us every day, and the standard never changed. So, because Coach Jay was there last year, and the standard never changed. Coach Jay still put us through the same hard work, man. Coach Jay really has stepped up as a great defensive line coach, and he really showed it in the spring, and the fans gonna see it during the season.
Okay. And last thing, what do you want to tell Tiger Nation out there where to be at first game of the season?
Hey, be at the vet, baby. Hey, have a packed crowd, man, because we're going to put on for y'all. Go Tigers.
All right. Oh, I got one more thing. I actually did talk to the cousin, OC Williams, man. I talked to him last week and a half ago. He said he ready to see y'all play out there, play Tuskegee. So how you feel about that?
Oh man, it's a great atmosphere, man. We had some talk. I told him I'm gonna tell him on the sideline, just having it's just fun having family, out there coaching and excelling. So it's gonna be a great atmosphere with us, man. It's a great relationship. He checks on me time after time, and I can't wait for the game.
And y'all, the Holmes County has produced a lot of athletes, man. Tell me what is in the water there, man.
Man, hard work, man. We come from, man, just hard work. Hard work, man. Just the love that our family, the support our family give us, man. No negativity. They just telling us the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit in the Holmes County, man. Just a lot of different things, going on with our youth, and our parents tell us to inspire the youth. Inspire the youth and show them how far they can get, and by having us go far, and that we can inspire them.
Okay. All right, man. I appreciate you. Dog.
Appreciate you, man.
Anytime. Yeah, coming up this season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. As y'all see, that Jeremiah Williams, best defensive lineman in the SWAC, Jackson State University. Gonna try to get got Coach Colzie over here at the digital table. So go ahead and get Coach Colzie on this side over here. See SID Driscoll. Whatever we get, we got to my left, we got JaCobian Morgan talking to Blue. I get you over. What's going on?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. There you go, right there. All right, we got Mr. X119, the General. JaCobian Morgan over here, man. How's the feel going on today? How you feeling with SWAC Media Day, man?
It's a great event. A lot of cameras, a lot of new faces. But it's just knowing that you just meet your opponents and just getting that, that energy from everybody has been a great event.
All right, just like I asked you guys, Jeremiah, are you still on that high from Celebration Bowl?
Sometimes you feel it, but most likely, more of the time not, because that's in the past. It's time to go get a new one. So just kind of push that to the side. Now it's time to go put the work in and go get another one.
All right, and what are some things that you're working on right now that you feel like you could have worked on last season? And what else things you're trying to perfect for this season?
Things I could have worked on is my leadership. You know, you got to start off with accountability and know that the guys got to understand that things might get rough, but as long as you got that leader to get through that mud with you and come out on top, everything's going to be okay. So just being a better leader to perfect my craft, I would say my feet, my footwork, just hone in on my footwork to the game, footwork to the passing game, and just, you know, being consistent down below.
Okay. Do you see yourself running a little bit more this season as to kind of throw defensive ball?
Yeah, whatever Coach TC need out of me, I'm that type of guy to do it. If I got to run a lot one game, or if I got to pass, make 50 passing attempts, I'm perfectly fine with everything. So whatever my coach need out of me, that's what I'm willing to do.
And for all those people, exit 119, where you want to tell them to go to first game of the season?
Man, we Hampton, first game of the season in the vet. I'm show love. I know 119 gonna do it every time. They're the most supportive group I have on my side, and I love them to death, and I know they love me. So Hampton, we got it, first game.
All right, appreciate you, man.
Most definitely.
All right. Man, to get Coach TC Taylor over here. And we get over there. SWAC preseason player of the year. Offensive preseason player of the year. See if I get Coach Colzie. All right, man. Look, I'm trying to get all these interviews in of who I can, or what I can, but do not fret. I did have JaCobian and Jeremiah on here, so one of my missions is accomplished. But let me see. Okay. I got you. Yeah, we got some things going on. I'm trying to see if I can get the team. You got Dr. McClellan over here right now, sitting in front of him. Oh yeah, Mars. I've always said I'm going to talk about more games outside of the SWAC. Especially I'm going to call more see out the blood games and side games. Those games are, as you know, those games are real competitive right there. So. Yeah, I'm gonna actually call more games outside of JSU. So look, my Saturdays are all, you know, I don't work on Saturdays anymore. So I am all for it. Call more games on Saturdays other than Jackson State. And it all depends. It all depends on what the matchup is. It all depends on what the matchup, who we play and everything, or whoever that plays. So, hey, just be ready. Just be ready for this season. Just be ready for this season. Hold on. I'm good. I'm good. There you go, right there.
Talk to me.
Oh, man, you talk to me, man. We waiting on for you.
How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well, man. What's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. All right, second season FAMU football. I know it was last season was a season that you wanted to have. But what are some things that you learned from last season you going into this season?
Well, I mean, I think the guys, you understand every week that you're going to get the team's best, right? And I think that obviously, we played a very, very good football game down in Jackson. It didn't go our way. And obviously, the stunner that everyone wants to talk about, Mississippi Valley. But I think for us is you got to come play week to week. Nobody's going to bow down just because FAMU is in their stadium or in their building. So I think at the end of the day, that's one thing we did learn. And not just as a staff, but as a football team. But I think ultimately, right, for us, biggest thing was making sure we got ourselves bigger in the trenches. The skill level throughout the conference is rather high. But the team that's going to win is the team that's got the best offensive line, the best defensive line, and that means obviously we're guarding the trenches.
You had the mystique of playing at home, having an undefeated win streak at home. I know it was broken against Mississippi Valley.
Absolutely.
What are some things you trying to implement, try to do to bring that mystique back to Bragg?
Well, we started a new streak, right? We played a very, very good Alabama A&M team, and obviously we won that game there. But I just think that it's not trust me, it's still very, very tough coming to Bragg. Fans are going to be what they are, but I think that the product, playing well, winning football games will continue with that mystique.
Okay. You have I don't know what you call it an issue, but I know you call it a good thing as far as with your quarterback room to look who to replace Daniel Richardson. How is that quarterback battle going on right now?
Well, last year around this time we had to replace Musa, correct? And I thought we did a good job with Daniel Richardson, and we went out and got 2 or 3 guys to help try to fill that void. And being the quarterback at Florida A&M means you're potentially going to be an all-conference player, a guy who's going to have to throw for a bunch of yards, a guy who's going to have to make great decisions, right? So, we're looking and trying to figure out who that may be. I know last year we waited to about the day before the game to announce who it will be, but I'll make that announcement probably a little bit earlier than I did in the past about who that's going to be. But they've done a great job the entire summer. We've had 105 guys with us since June 1st, and those guys they're ripping and ready to go. And they know we got some things that we got to adjust and improve on, and that's what we're doing every single day.
And last but not least, you got another Seminole that's in the coaching ranks right now with Terrell Buckley over at Mississippi Valley. What was the things that you told them about actually coaching in the SWAC?
Well, a lot of the stuff. He's the main reason why I picked Florida State. He was the All-American corner, and I was supposed to be the next up-and-coming guy out of school. He's the reason why I picked Florida State. But just talks about being ready week to week. T-Bucks got a great resume. He's been at a lot of places. We've been under some of the same people that have had a lot of success. But be true to yourself. He knows what hard work's going to look like. He knows what you got to do to get your team to be where it needs to be. And I trust we'll have a very, very good year. I hope it's just not, when we play him. But at the end of the day, man, I'm happy for T-Buck. Excited for what he's going to bring, and I know that Mississippi Valley is in great hands with T-Buck as their head coach.
Okay, and tell Rattler Nation where they can find you at for the first game of the season.
First game of the year, they know where we're at. We're playing at the Orange Blossom Classic down in South Florida against Howard, August 30th. We're looking to. I know we're going to have anywhere between 50 to 55,000 down there in that stadium. Hopefully, it's 90% wearing the orange and green.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Absolutely, appreciate you.
Anytime. Microphone.
I got you. I was doing my bad.
You good, man? Thank you. All right, we got Coach Colzie. Yeah, Coach Colzie. Now he's going over to ESPN. Of course, first foremost, I'm waiting on for Coach TZ come up in here. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But like I said, Lawrence, I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to do more games outside of Jackson State, and of course, do more games outside of the SWAC, especially with the HBCU Gold and the Griot. So there's a lot of things we're going to talk about, especially since Saturdays are my days of being off. pretty much those are my weekends. So it's going to be filled with football, and more football. So y'all get ready for it. Get ready for it. Man, we got 92 folks up in here. Again, simulcast between Twitter and YouTube. So, and Facebook. And if you see me on Facebook, if you see my profile on Facebook, click on there. But if you can, you go to my, if you're on Twitter, hit the follow button on the Twitter profile, and on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We are having a good time here at SWAC Media Day. And the one thing I'm going to do is give me some lunch because I am hungry. I'm not trying to spend no time, spend a whole bunch of money right now. But yeah, that's things going on. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hope everybody's having a good afternoon. See if I can get Coach Joseph over here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. We got coming up, hopefully, Coach Joseph, Coach T-Jack from Prairie View, maybe Coach Hampton. Yeah, you got some people coming over here in just a minute. Oh my goodness. So I know we had SWAC Media Day, but check out some NBA news. Bradley Beal has agreed to a contract buyout with the Suns, and now he's going to sign with the Clippers on a 2-year, $11 million deal with a player option after clearing waivers. It is what it is. Free agency. Free agency. We'll be right back, y'all. Be right back. What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Moore? I know one thing. It's cold up in here. I'm gonna take this off. All right. How you doing, Coach? All right. There you go, right there. You actually did. You actually did. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So we got Coach Tremaine Jackson in the building. First and foremost, congratulations on your appointment to Prairie View A&M.
Appreciate it.
How's it feel to be over at on the hill?
That feels good to be on the hill. Feels good to be home. Feels good to be at a place that can compete for a national championship. And it feels good to be able to be the one and be the staff to try to get that done in the right manner.
All right. I know you coming from the area. You from North Houston, Acres Home.
Acres Home. Yeah.
We go up, call it Shady Acres.
Yeah.
How did the upbringing get you into being a head football coach? Just get you in coaching, period.
Yeah, man. My upbringing led to football. I was raised by my grandma and my mom. My mom put me in football when I was 3 years old. Probably lied on the birth certificate. It was supposed to be 4 to get in, and but she knew I needed to not be involved where we were living early on. So she got me in there early, man. And in this football thing, every fall besides 2 in my whole life since I was 3, I've been involved with football, either as a player or a coach. In the falls that I wasn't involved, things just didn't go right in my life. And so it means everything. My grandma was a really hard person but really loved you, told you she loved you, and told you why she was doing the discipline thing. And it really has carried over into our program and the way we go about our business.
Coming from what they call Titletown in Valdosta, Georgia, South Georgia, you're coming from Valdosta State, which is already a storied program on Division II level. What are some things you bring it into Prairie View from your time at Valdosta? And that is also including 2 national championship appearances in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily we're bringing anything from there, because I think we took some things there that might not have been there. When we got there, people thought it was better than what it was, but we didn't get that Valdosta State. We got the battered and bruised Valdosta State and had to move it to a certain place. But what I did, if I picked up anything, I picked up on, regardless of what might be going on, the expectation to win the national championship is always there.
All right.
And talking about it and being about it, and the way you run your collective, man, I think that is that's what we did.
Now, me being from Texas, from DFW area, we all know in the 90s, Prairie View was at its lowest. We're going 0 for 80 at the time. What are some things are you trying to get to put in with the alumni, the older alumni, to let them know that this is not the same Prairie View?
Yeah, we've asked the alumni to hit control out the lead on everything that they knew and take us for face value on what we are right now. Ultimately, our alumni have nothing to lose by buying into what we're doing right now. We've been mediocre at best. You're from Houston, so Prairie View A&M is probably known for more losing than it is winning. But all of that changes, and it has changed since Coach Frazier won the SWAC championship in 2009. And so now what we've got to do is let go of the 90s, and we got to get current on what's happening in 2025, and let go of the mistrust issues and all those things that people have from the 90s, the early 2000s, and take us for what we are right now and buy into what we are right now and be a good fan, be a good alum.
All right. And you've been on since you've been appointed the coach at Prairie View, you've been known to be on social media with the banter, man. Where is all this bravado coming from?
It's just who we are, man. We serve a God that teaches us to be confident and be bold, but yet people are afraid to say certain things because they don't want to face the disappointment if it doesn't happen. That's not us. We believe in what we say. We're going out to accomplish what we say we're going to do, and it's not my fault if your confidence shot and you can't comprehend and say what you want to do. We know what we want to do. We know why we came here, and it is to win the Celebration Bowl.
All right. Now, you want to win the Celebration Bowl, but before then, we talking about the SWAC championship game. Do you think you're gonna host it in Prairie View, or you gonna be on the road in Jackson?
Well,
I'm a Jackson State guy.
No. The goal is to host it. Nobody from the West has ever hosted the SWAC championship.
That's true.
And so we have a facility to host it. So why don't we play like it and go host it? And so that's what we talk about in our meeting rooms. It's no secret what we want to do. We want to host the SWAC championship. And we'll play. We know that this league is full of fine competitors and people that can coach their tails off, man. So we understand what we're asking for, but we want to make sure that we bring a SWAC championship game to our campus because we think our campus and our institution is deserving of that.
All right. Starting off the season with Texas Southern, the Labor Day Classic down in the Shell in Houston. Last season, it was lackluster for Prairie View where it started off. What are some things you want to try to improve for this game, for the first game of the season against Texas Southern?
Yeah, control alt delete, man. Regardless of what happened last year, don't mean that's going to happen this year. What we want to do is start off hot, stay hot, finish hotter than that. And that's how we want to play our game. That's our style of football. So we want to make sure the first time we display our product, which is at that game, we want to make sure it's right all the way around. And we want to make sure we handle the adverse situations in the right manner and we stay disciplined throughout the whole game.
All right. We got Coach Jackson here. This is a shout out to my aunt. It was a class of 91 from Prairie View. Yeah. My niece is there right now. She's a junior at Prairie View right now. So they said they ready to see some good football.
Well, we ready to show them something and play something ourselves.
All right. Appreciate you, Coach.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right now.
All right. Appreciate it, man.
All right. All right, that was Coach Jackson from Prairie View right there. Appreciate him for stopping over and actually coming to the interview and everything. So a good thing going on right there. When basically, hopefully, when I get home, all these interviews will be chopped up and everything. So don't worry about it. We'll get all these interviews. If I can, I'm gonna try to get Coach Graves over here. I'm gonna have to reach out to the SID with Coach for Valley with Coach Buckley and other coaches in the SWAC. So other than that, man, I appreciate everybody for joining me. It's been over 2 hours live on this thing right here. So I'll be right back. Not gonna do no commercials because the signal is kind of weak right now. But I might do one. 1 second. First and foremost, let me get this guy over here. Let me go on, pull up a seat, man. Go on and pull up a seat. Go on and pull up a seat.
I might jump off when I see 80. Yeah.
You good?
What's up?
What? Look, everybody. This is live. We got PB versus everybody right over here, man.
Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're coming off that hill very, very soon. Very, very soon.
Just interviewed Coach Jackson over here, man. He's very confident about what's going to happen on the hill. What do you think, man?
I mean, I think he's excited because, he's been able to do it before. He's won before, right? But, talking with a lot of coaches today, a lot of guys excited. It's really interesting meeting the guys in person. I love it, right? I really appreciate SWAC Media Day a lot more being here, right? Being able to meet a couple guys, right? And talk with them, right? Just as young men, right? Because at the end of the day, these are guys who are going to represent us as Black individuals, right? And as HBCUs, right? As SWAC representatives long after they're playing, long after they're coaching, right? And so I'm just excited about the product that we got together, SWAC TV network. I mean, it's amazing what's going on right now. But with all that being said, listen, Coach Jackson going to do what he do. Prairie View going to do what they do. Get ready for Jackson to try to make it to the SWAC championship game. They not, because Alabama State gonna be there. But listen, we gonna do what you do. Y'all thought it changed because I'm at SWAC meet today. Ain't nothing changed. It's all the same.
I'm trying to figure out he thinking that
I got a suit and tie on. Y'all think something different.
He thinking Alabama State gonna be in the SWAC championship game. They can't even get past FAMU. What makes you think they gonna get to SWAC?
Man, listen, I think they got the pieces this year, right? You know what I'm saying? I believe in Coach Eddie Jackson. I think that's the thing, right? So I believe that it is Eddie Robinson's defense, right? So now we're gonna find out. I keep saying it. We're gonna find out if it's really his defense or not. But I think having Andrew Body, right, regardless of even what percentage he's at, right? Because Alabama State, to me, doesn't need to do a lot on offense from a quarterback standpoint to be successful and get over the hump. And I think what we see today, and when we just talk about SWAC football in general, it's really always really 1, 2, 3 plays, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even when we talk about Jackson, right, and them being able to do what they did last year, you still go back and look at some game and say, okay, man, you got a 16-10 game. You got a game where FAMU is coming down to the wire. Like, you got some games that if FAMU makes one more play, you know, things could be different, right? And so it's all about who can make that 1 or 2 more plays in the game. And I think Alabama State is right there. It's just, do they have the talent to make 1 or 2 more plays? I think they got it. That's kind of why I feel that way. I had y'all last year, by the way, so this ain't nothing about Jackson hate, because I actually chose Jackson to win the East last year. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I feel right now, right? You know what I mean?
Even didn't believe that we were gonna win the whole Celebration Bowl. So
no, I didn't, because I'm always believe Prairie View is gonna win. But that's just, you know what I mean? That just is what it is. Hey, listen, you can call it wishful thinking. You know, sometimes you gotta force people to success, right? Sometimes you got to see things in people, right? You know what I mean? No, this is some real talk, right? Yeah. Sometimes you got to see something in people, right, in order to force them to go to a next level, right? And it's almost like Coach Jackson's been sharing as he's been doing his rounds, right? Like, you have to change the mentality, your mindset, and to believe that you're going to be able to achieve something. I always say it on my platform, right? You never achieve a goal you don't aim for. So that's the first part of, for me, right? I feel like I'm between 2 generations almost, right? A generation of PV alum and fans, right, who don't believe, who kind of have a certain mindset because what they experienced and been through. When I got on campus, right, we were winning championships in 2005, 2009, right? So in multiple sports. So my mindset is a lot different. And so a part of what I'm doing is trying to push the fan base toward a certain mindset, certain thing. And so, yeah, I have to be a little bit extra sometimes because we need to get to that point. If we were at that point already, I can kind of be regular, right? You know what I'm saying? But since we're not there, that's a part of what I got to do in order to help Coach Jackson, AD Golf, right, to get us to that place that we're trying to be.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you
No
coming.
no problem. Hey, y'all do my boy right, all right?
Hey, Jackson versus Prairie View in Jackson at the vet. Make sure y'all be there. Oh, man. We having some fun tonight. We have some fun today, so hopefully we get some other folks over here before we roll up out of here. Get Coach Joseph over in here. Make sure that you hit the like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, so we got a lot of things going on. We got a lot of things. And make sure y'all hit up my wife. You want a t-shirt made, go email at thepresshouse25@gmail.com. Get you ready, get you right. T-shirts 25, long sleeves 30, hoodies 40. Get you right for this season. I'm trying to figure out what is. Other than that, got some other things going on. But see what else is up here.
In the game of football through this injury, you know, being able to understand that you can be just as much of an asset off the field as you are on the field, and then just understanding situational awareness with football and understanding that the game is a lot of percent of the game is played from the neck up. So just understanding that, man, and it's just been a blessing just to be able to continue to learn on a day-to-day basis as much as I would have been if I was playing.
DeMarcus, last season, Texas Southern kind of had the defense kind of had to carry games a little bit for TSU, but talk a little bit about some of the pieces that you guys have coming into this 2025 season.
Yeah, we lost a lot of guys on the D-line, but we did a great job getting new pieces. We got Garfield, Cherry, and a couple other guys. So yeah.
I know Coach Dishman, he's a stickler for discipline, but talk about what he brings to this Texas Southern culture.
He brings a lot to the table, especially on the defensive side because he played defense. So, I mean, that and his knowledge really helps us as players learn more about the football game.
Sure thing. Texas Southern looking to improve on a 5-win season last year, guys.
Coach Dishman, I wanted to ask you, when you hear a player talk about the life lessons they learned after an injury, because that oftentimes an injury can really play with the player's psyche when they're not in the game. To hear a young man this age talk about learning the life lessons from an injury, what does that do for you as a coach?
It's maturity. You know, KJ is a very mature guy. He's a very mature player, and he understands the game. You know, his mom and dad both coaches, and not just football coaches, but I think his mom coached volleyball, his dad football and basketball. So he understands the coach's lifestyle, and he understands what to do.
A healthy Kenneth Cooper all season. How far can he help this team go?
Well, we'll see. You know, and it's not only on KJ, so we can't put that expectations or those pressures on him. It's on for the whole team. The whole team got to do their part. You know, I'm have very confidence that KJ is going to do his part. Now, we as a team, our special teams, our defense, our coaches have to do our part.
What have you learned most from the players after your first year?
How funny these guys are. It's just their resilience.
Yeah.
You know, their resilience at such a young age, how they always can bounce back. And I may be down one day after a loss, but they like, let's go on to the next game.
Yeah. Well, Coach Dishman, we appreciate you and good luck on this season.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
All right. Chris Dishman and Texas Southern University here at the 2025 SWAC Media Day. More coaches, more commentary right after this.
Big rivalries, big wins, and continuing legacies. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference has been more than just a league. It's been a movement. From the roaring crowds to sold-out stadiums, year after year, SWAC leads the nation in FCS attendance. And now, the wait is over. Welcome to SWAC TV, your free all-access pass to the soul of the conference. Every rivalry, every win, every championship moment, captured, streamed, and celebrated. Stream SWAC TV, available on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, Google Play, and Android TV. SWAC TV, where history is made and moments live forever.
back here in Birmingham, Alabama. It's the 2025 SWAC Media Day here on SWAC TV, and we're now joined by the head coach of the Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions, head coach Alonzo Hampton. Coach, how are you, sir?
Excited to be here with you guys.
I looked at this uniform when I came in. I was like, what team is this? New digs? I mean, new look for Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Yeah, we're doing some good stuff. Alumni stepping up, administration, giving guys a couple of different looks and play a little harder for us. And so we're excited about it.
Coach, the story last year, it seemed like it was the same story. You guys would always be in it in the first half. It'd be a game that was up in the air. You get to that second, third quarter, it was always a turnover, a mistake, something small. It turned into something bigger, and it turned out to be the difference.
Yes, and that was the thing that we talked about going into this summer, even in the spring, is just being able to finish. It's like you said, and we were in every game on the Western Division, had a chance to win the game. Even Southern, they won it. We were up 6-0. Should have been up 14-0. Alcorn, we were up 14-0. It was tied in the fourth quarter. We had a chance to win with like 7 minutes in the game. And then, Texas Southern, we were winning at halftime. It was 17-13 in the like 3 minutes or 5-6 minutes in the third quarter. So we feel good about where we're at as a program. We just got to be able to finish and do the little things, pay attention to details, don't turn the ball over, be able to tackle in space. Texas Southern hit us on a big 75-yarder, kind of broke her back at home on senior day. So we're moving in the right direction. Obviously, Prairie View, we got the big win on the Thursday. And so we feel really, really good as a program where we're at, moving in the right direction. Year 3, the solid foundation. And we'll have a lot of players that you haven't heard of. That they'll be like Giovanni Gibson's, be some really good players.
Coach, I know one thing that you always talk about with your players, and I heard this during a game that you had last year, is how important their technique is. Hands, feet, hips, all of those things, because those made the differences in creating space and not creating space.
Yeah. Well, obviously for us, as we went back and evaluated film, the two teams that were really good offenses in this conference, what did they do well? They had big offensive linemen. They were able to run the ball. That was Jackson State, and that was Alabama A&M. Those were two best offenses. And so what we were doing, we were really good on offense, but we were not able to knock people off the ball on 3rd and shorts and 4th and shorts. So we really made an emphasis on getting tougher, recruiting bigger guys. And then on the defensive line, we were just getting pushed around. And so we've been able to add 5 or 6 guys that you guys haven't even seen play that we're excited about. And so, it's a new season. We got a new defensive coordinator. Our offense is intact. Special teams coordinator is intact. I think we're going to call this the year of the line because our guys are going to play hard. We're going to finish. Like you said, first half we was in the game. Third quarter somewhere along there, mistake here, mistake there. We got to be able to put it all together going into year 3.
All right. So can you give us some names to look out for, or are you gonna hold your cards close to the vest?
No. I mean, obviously Kareem Burke, a guy that came from FAMU 2 years ago. We thought him and Giovanni Gibson would be the 2 best receivers in the conference, bar none. Like Giovanni came from a Division II school, but when he came to us, we watched him work out the 5 o'clock workouts. The guy would always get extra work in, and he was physically developed. And that's why he had 50-plus offers at the end of the year. Kareem Burke is special, okay? He can return kicks. He can play outside, inside. He can run, and he's due. And then we got Josh Richards, a guy that coming from Maryland, didn't have a catch. But like I said, this kid can play. And then we got some high school kids that can flat out run. What we're doing offensively, we'll spread you out. And, we got 3 tailbacks. We call them a 3-head monster. So we're excited about our football team. And it's the beginning of the year. Everybody's excited. And I promise you, if you talk to me the last game of the year, I'll still be excited because I believe in them. And they believe in me and where we're going. And so we're excited about that.
Coach, you got a couple of players over here, and one of them is one of your linemen. Let's go over to Charles Bishop with a couple of the players from Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Yeah, I got another one of these big guys down here, Jeremiah Rogers, who can easily be one of Tolly Carr's bodyguards here. But we were talking, man, you guys, you're blocking quiet as kept. You guys got some horses in the backfield this season.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of guys, great guys, coming in, developing through the scheme, working out, and just can't wait to showcase their potential.
You guys road grading for them. You really excited about getting out in front of pulling a little bit next year, huh?
Oh yeah, man. Hey, can't doubt that. Love just a head-on-head contact every day. itching to put on pads, to get after it.
No doubt about it. It's not often we get a place kicker who comes in as one of the representatives, but Trey Glenn representing UAPB. Talk a little bit about your kicking journey.
It started at a very young age. My dad was a kicker in college. He played at Pitt and IUP, and then he coached for Tommy Bowden at Clemson. So football has always been a huge part of my life. When I was younger, my dad was instrumental in my development. Before I would go to school, he'd make me kick 3 field goals in the front yard before I could go to class. And he's been huge in my growth. He's made me the man I am today. And this past summer, I started working with Coach Mike McCabe down here in Birmingham. I spent 3 weeks here with my punter Shay, working on holds and kicking the ball and just getting good chemistry because he's a new holder for me this year. So it's been special. It's been special.
Let me ask, what's your range?
In game, I feel comfortable, probably 52, 55, kind of depending on weather and scenarios. And in practice, I hit it from 62.
Coach, he feels good from 52, 55.
That's my guy, man.
Well, I know we're talking about Jeremiah Rogers. He seems like he's not only a good player, but he's got a good personality as well, good character.
Well, I tell you, these 2 young men I brought. Jeremiah's graduating in the fall. He'll have a degree in exercise science. Trey will be graduating in the spring of 26 in finance. He has another year, possibly 2 left. And so, man, what we've been able to do, I've been there 5 semesters. And so we've had 5 semesters over 3.0 GPA team. All right. And then this semester, we had the highest ever in the history of the program. We had a 3.21. So we're building a program. We're not just trying to be one-hit wonders. This is a job that I wanted, I prayed about, and it came true for me. And so all we're doing is every day we're adding pieces. We're building a foundation that's going to be able to stand against anything that comes against it. So we're excited about where we're going. We got a new chancellor, Dr. Anthony Graham. He's a football guy. I love it. And he gets it. I mean, the things that's necessary for us to get to the next level. And my AD, Vice Chancellor Chris Robinson, man, he played quarterback at UAPB. And his office right next to mine, man, we're all in there. We're all in 17, 18 hours, whatever it takes. We're going to find it. And the Golden Line, we're ready to roar. The fans are roaring, but I tell them, don't show up when it gets good. We need you to show up in the beginning. And they've been there. And so it's our opportunity this year, continue to show them that we're ready to take the next step. And as my man said, we need to finish these games in the 4th quarter.
Well, you're not messing around to start the season. The Red Raiders, that's a way to just take a bite out of the season right there.
Yeah, I think they got the highest payroll, the 2nd highest payroll in college football. I think they spent $28 million on NIL. And so, yeah, we'll be ready. And but sometimes you got to do what you got to do in order to make sure you can feed your program in your university. And so that's what we're doing. But we're not going to back down.
Oh, I'm back, y'all. We'll do it.
coaches, the players that played at Florida State. You, of course, Coach Colzie. You talked about Coach Prime. Just all kinds of coaches that have come from Florida State.
Yes, it was the culture, right? You have the leader, the ultimate leader, in Coach Bobby Bowden, and then you had the assistant right to him is Coach Andrews, Mickey Andrews. So of understanding what it was really about, where it wasn't just about playing ball, it was life after that. Can you combine those two, making the complete body, and that's what you get. That's what you see in all these coaches. We got a bunch of more coaches too that are assistant for 5 schools. So it's a gang of us.
Absolutely.
I have 3 on my staff.
Coach said he's pretty excited to play you guys. You're going to be in Atlanta.
He's saying that right now.
He said you guys have hugged like 6 or 7 times over the last.
I'm tired of hugging him. But no, Coach and I have obviously had a relationship before this, and we've talked years and years about trying to get together on the same staff, and that hasn't worked out yet. Now we're going up against each other, so I'm pretty excited about it.
What is it like? You get the call that you're going to be the coach at Mississippi Valley. What was that moment like for you, knowing that you're getting ready to be the head coach?
Oh, very exciting. Just it's like anything. You go after something, and it's competitive out there, and they choose you. You find out why they really chose you, and now if that's truly who you are, it's an easy process of this is why, this is the expectations, this is what you have to do, and you say, okay, well, that's what I do. So this is right up my alley. Like I told them, I'm Mississippi made and built for this. Yeah, we hadn't won in decades. Who cares? But when you have the greatest football player that ever played, that walked on that campus, played on that campus, and for me, I played against him and understand what it takes. I mean, the opportunity is there. Let's go. Let's ride.
Yeah, I want to ask you about, because you spoke about culture earlier.
Yes.
And when you come into a new program, as the new coach, every coach wants to set their own culture. What are some of the first things you do in order to try to do that?
Admitting that we've been bad first. Secondly, now how do we focus? What are we going to do to improvement? We ain't watching nothing from last year, last 5 years, none of that stuff, right? Attitude. What's your attitude? Because if you got a bad attitude, I don't care what you want to do. It's not going to happen. Discipline. Discipline after that. Next, what's important? If I don't have to worry about you off the field, it's going to be very easy to get things done on the field. So it's not a lot of things. Those couple of things right there set the tone, and we'll go from there. And let me add this, the consistency of myself and the other coaches. This is what you see. This is what you're going to get every day. Whether it's raining, whether it's the sun is out, it's snowing, win, lose, draw, this is what you're going to get. And I learned that from Coach Bowden.
You haven't shied away from it here, obviously, since you sat down. As a competitor, how fun is it to take over a program where people from the outside don't expect a lot of it?
Man, it's very exciting, just like being last and everything. You look at polls, we don't have no guys on the SWAC. There's no chance to win no ball games. They don't know what they're going to do. All that type of stuff that as a competitor fuels the fire. Now, for me, to get that across to the players, that you guys hadn't won that. And so if you're walking around here like with your chest out like you've done something, no, you haven't. So how do we change the environment? How do we change the culture? This is how we do it. And we're not asking. You guys don't have to vote us in on that and all that. We're going to earn it. In rare cases, sometimes you can't earn it. We're going to take it.
What? The other thing is I want you to talk about your coaches that you brought with you.
Yes. Offensive coordinator that is coming national champion, 3 rings, Mr. Parker. Gonna light that scoreboard up. Rage offense, competing, doing all the things you want to do. We got the passing game coordinator, Mr. Mario Edwards, a Florida State alum, NFL player that is pure energy. pure knowledge, understands what it takes, demanding. You got Coach, assistant head coach DeAndre Clark, that's been a head coach in the HBCU world, that understands what it takes. You know, from the transfer portal to that young man that needs even more development. He's been in that world along with other coaches. You know, I can keep going on and on. You got Coach Sims, who played at Valley. That's the quarterback coach. Coach Arlo Henderson, my GM / wide receiver coach that actually played at Valley too. Coach Kevin Smith, who played at Florida State, the linebacker coach, special teams guy that has a wealth of knowledge that's been in this HBCU world too. So we have, I think the staff from the recruiting standpoint, the evaluation point to the recruiting standpoint, with all their experience of 200 years of experience in this thing, understand what it takes to get it done. And they're willing to be consistent about it. We're going to have, you talking about flipping a roster and embracing it, we might have about 70 new players out there in 5 months.
Wow. What did you learn? You know, obviously haven't been here long, but what were you able to garner and learn during the spring?
A lot. It was an evaluation process for us. We didn't have no numbers, so we didn't watch no tape from last year. So everything that we learned was, okay, who are the guys that are going to quit? Who's going to be disciplined? Who understands the assignment while we're here? You're a student athlete for a reason. And if you didn't get on board on that, and we tried out during this, it was the toughest. I don't know of any program, SWAC, Power 5, whatever, that has been as demanding on players than we have. And we didn't have a fire to get in the transfer portal. I mean,
This side of I was asleep. Sleep, man. At least you honest. Don't make no. I come in from that and try to get it all going, but I know what it is. We got Coach E-Rob up in the house. How you feel as far as SWAC Day this year?
Oh, man, I love it, man. I appreciate you guys for coming out and covering us. That's the big part about it. But, we need the coverage and appreciate you guys coming out, man.
All right. First thing first, we know you started last year with 2 QBs injured, but then you go with freshman wide receiver turn QB and Kareem Key. What was the things that you want to do as far as this year when it comes to QB as having enough QBs on the roster?
Yeah, we have enough. I'm gonna say that, knock on wood. Those injuries that can hit you, but I mean, it's tough, man. You have your top 3 quarterbacks get hurt in the first 2 weeks, so we had to pivot, had to adjust. Great thing, the team, coaches, players, nobody complained, and I think that's the biggest part of it. You just got to keep going out there and work and grind. You know, I told the kids when I've complained in my life, nobody came out of the door and said, "Hey, Coach Robinson, let me help you fix it." We had to QB room, great competition. So I think as a group, we're going to be really good. Now how is that going to look out as far as play time? It'll sort itself out. It's like any other position. And I think for me, it's just a great position to be in. And the young men are competing against each other. They're friends with each other, and they realize only one can play at a time. But when you get your opportunity, take advantage of it.
All right. What's the things you lose a lot off the defense? Including Tre'Quan Thomas, who was the leading sack master in the SWAC last season. What are the needs that she had to have filled for your defense to be able to be elite for this season?
Yeah, I think, and you named the guy that's, I felt like he should have been in that defensive player of the year award. You know, if you're gonna give it to two people, give it to three. You're talking about a guy who led all of the FCS and forced fumbles, led the SWAC and sacks. And so a big part of what we did, so I don't think it's one person that can replace it. So it'll be a couple of defensive ends that can hopefully get that same production. We'll get those same 10 or 12 sacks from 2 or 3 people. So, but I think as a whole, we'll be younger, but we'll play more guys. And so I think it's going to be great from the standpoint that when you get your 20 to 30 plays, then you need to excel at every play. And defense to me is an attitude and effort. And nobody's going to touch that field unless they play.
All right. What is the things that you want to implement as far as on the offensive side of the ball? Are you trying to go a little bit more pro style as far as throwing the ball a little bit more, or are you still want to try to be ground dominant?
Yeah, it starts about being physical, man. We had 4 offensive linemen coming back, 3 up the preseason out conference. So we rushed for 2,000 yards last year. We want to surpass that total this year. And so to me, it all starts that you have to be able to run the football when you want to. But at the same time, we have to be more explosive. We have a group of talented wide receivers, and those guys, when we took our shots, we didn't connect on enough of them. So we need to take more shots and we need to connect on more of them. So we have to have more of an explosive attitude in the offense, but at the same time, we still got to be physical.
All right, and this is your 4th season in the SWAC. And in all 4 seasons, the Achilles heel for Alabama State has been FAMU. In Jackson State, you won. Even though you beat Jackson State in 2023, since you've been the head coach, it's been kind of dismal, 1-3, but 0-4 against FAMU. What's the things as far as when it comes to Florida A&M that you want to try to get the monkey off the back?
Yeah, just win the game. It ain't nothing simple about it. You know, we're paid to produce, and that's what the kids and myself, we understand. We have to go out there. So it's starting to be a great rivalry. But I look at it ain't a rivalry till Alabama State wins a couple games. So we got to go out there and produce. And you know, we can talk about why we lost, how we lost. And at the end of the day, you get another chance to go out there. So when we get our opportunity to start off the SWAC season down in Tallahassee, it's going to be a big week. I mean, we're not focusing on it now, but when that week comes, we got to be ready to go down there and produce. And we know historically, Jackson State has always been one of those teams that they will have something to do about the SWAC championship every year. And so going down there and homecoming, it'll be a big game. And we got to get that one. So you just got to take it week to week. I don't know how this season's going to unfold, but we got some great teams on the schedule. And we're a great team, too. So we're just going to go out there and compete and see where we are.
All right. Thank you, Coach. You have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your time, man.
All right. I'll take it easy.
All right.
All right. Let me grab you. Bam. There you go.
All right. Thank you. I think the microphones need to be charged. Good interview with Coach Robinson. And got it back. All right. All right. Get the microphone. Good interview with Coach Robinson. Appreciate everybody for still tuning in. Make sure y'all like, stream, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Oh my goodness. It's cold. Good afternoon, sis. What's going on? Oh, it's cold. Over here. Oh, it's cold. It's cold. Talking about it being cold. Yeah. I'm gonna go out here, take some more pictures, be right back.
Look, it's no surprise that was predicted to be the top quarterback has his team predicted to be number one in the East, and was predicted to be the best defensive lineman has his team predicted to be tops in the West. The math is mathing on that one.
On the first team specialist for all SWAC, place kicker Gerardo Beza from Jackson State, Johnny Schifano from Grambling, and then, of course, Travis Terrell Jr. Boy, he has been electrifying from Jackson State University. I believe we got second team as well. Looking at the second team all conference, you still got quite a few players here, a few more players, I should say, from other schools in the conference. Bethune-Cookman, Prairie View, Jackson, Alabama State got a couple of members here on second team all conference.
Yeah, you see Cam Ransom there for Bethune-Cookman. Look, solid quarterback play can make the difference in a season. BJ Curry there for UAPB, a solid running game that can help some of those mistakes and help finish by handing off the ball and running out that clock. So a lot of players here, want that first team respect. I'm sure they're happy to be second team, and maybe gives them just a little extra chip on their shoulder to start the year.
And then all SWAC second team honors. You see the defensive lineman there, DeMarcus Thompson from Texas Southern University, James Gardner Jr. from Florida A&M, and Ashton Taylor with Jackson State along with his teammate Reed Pulliam. So really, really good second team defense.
The last couple of years we've had this thing is called the Charles Bishop Jinx. Whoever is the darling of SWAC Media Day, Charles likes to, outside of Jackson State, jump on the bandwagon, and sometimes it's almost like being on the cover of, what is it, Madden? If you're on the cover of Madden, something bad happens. Wow.
The Charles Bishop jinx.
Who you want to jinx this year? Who's your darling you want to jinx this year?
Who do I want to jinx this year? I think Texas Southern's a team to kind of pay attention to. Like we mentioned, they had a lot of injuries last year, and they still won 5 games. So, and Chris Dishman, he has injected something into their program, especially with regards to discipline.
Absolutely.
Basically, you don't want to go back home. That's what
I know exactly. I'm cutting off my nose.
All SWAC second team of Trey Glint from Arkansas Pine Bluff and Jeremy Ramirez from Texas Southern. So those are your all conference teams. for the Southwestern Athletic Conference preseason honors. Final comments. We'll start with you, Charles.
Yeah, I think storylines going into this season, the health of quarterbacks in terms of taking a look. Last year was a unicorn year where you saw a lot of quarterbacks go down, and you had teams playing with their second and third string quarterback. Another thing that you really want to take a look at is what is that Fulcrum week? What is that Fulcrum game? I think JaCobian Morgan said it last year, that loss to Grambling, and all of a sudden after that, they took off. And then the third thing, will this actually be the first year that the SWAC West will host a SWAC championship since we've gone to this format at SWAC East venues?
Yep. Tolly?
Well, look, FAMU, Jackson State, Southern, that's easy, right? I like what I heard today from the new coaches, Coach Buckley, Coach Jack at Prairie View, Mississippi Valley. They didn't talk anything about, hey, let's just kind of come in and see what happens. We're just going to take it easy, get our feet wet. They're talking about winning. They're talking about being game changers with their experience, and they come in with confidence and the resume to match. It would be quite interesting if new coaches, new to the SWAC, can come in and really shake things up this year. I'm interested to see that early on.
Yeah, I think you had a good point. I think that is one of the big storylines of the new coaches in the conference. I think, you spoke about this earlier. Coach Jack from Prairie View has won social media. He's won that battle so far. Then you start taking a listen to what Coach Buckley had to say with Mississippi Valley, a new culture, a new day for Mississippi Valley there. And so then Coach Shade, no stranger to Birmingham, Miles College, great years there. And, of course, he's no stranger to the SWAC, and see what he can do with Alabama A&M. So the dark horse, if you had to choose one, who would it be this year?
Well, somebody to look out for. You talked about Alabama A&M. For so many years, they were so close that you could almost pencil them in for, the question was, is it going to be 500, one under, one over, win one, lose one? Coach Shade had a very good tenure there at Miles College. He knows football. Alabama A&M has an excellent athletic director. The resources, the facilities are on the rise. There's a lot of great energy there. Could he be the difference maker to get Alabama A&M to move from where they have just been stuck for so long, right in the middle, closer to the top?
That will about do it here from Birmingham, Alabama, the 2025 SWAC Media Day. We want to thank you so much for joining us. That means football is just around the corner. We're a couple of weeks away, and these teams will start reporting, and then August the 23rd is the first SWAC game of the season, because you'll have Southern taking on North Carolina Central in the MEAC SWAC Challenge, and then August the 30th will start in earnest. We are looking forward to an exciting football season on SWAC TV. Make sure that you join us. Download that app today, SWAC TV. Tolly did it today.
It took me like 20 seconds.
Make sure that you
on my iPhone already.
Absolutely. So download SWAC TV, as you'll be able to watch plenty of football this season on the SWAC Digital Network. For Tolly Carr, for Charles Bishop, I'm Santoria Black. Thank you so much for joining us here in Birmingham. We'll see you this season at a football stadium near you.
All right, we're back. All right, here's the rest of the day. I gotta get some food. Get this. I get some food. Dallas. Woo! 116 people up in here. Between YouTube and Twitter. On the Twitter page, make sure you hit that profile. Hit the follow button on Twitter, and on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Right back there. So we got another Seminole in the house. We got Coach Buckley in the house. Man, appreciate you for joining us.
Appreciate you.
All right. First thing first, how it feel to be head coach for Mississippi Valley State?
Man, it feels great. Anytime that you can have influence, impact on young men's lives, no matter where you're at, it's work.
Okay. Despite all the lack thereof at Valley, what are some things that you're trying to implement into your program as far as trying to see brighter days ahead?
To get those things, right? We want to be a first-class organization. That means travel, gear, packing the stands, doing all those things that you see other teams that they have that get the necessary things to turn a program, not just winning on the field, but on the field. First class and everything.
All right. QB1, what's the situation look like?
Don't have.
You don't have one right now?
Still evaluating, still competing.
Okay. And on the defensive side, the defense was pretty much last in the conference on pretty much every statistical category. What is the things you want to try to do to clean up the defense?
Improve every area. Get bigger, faster, stronger, and get some playmakers. Right? You cannot play defense if you don't affect the quarterback. You cannot play great offense if you don't have a good quarterback and a good O. So those combination things that we're working. We're aware that we average under 14, almost 14 points a game, and gave up 30. That's why I'm sitting.
That is true. That is true. But other than that, as far as the recruiting, what is your philosophy as far as when it comes to recruiting? Do you have a playbook as far as getting transfers in, more transfers, more grad students, high school? What's your philosophy breakdown?
We want to use our philosophy is I spend a lot of time with the coordinators, right? Offense, defense guy. Figure out what our system. What are we trying to do? Special teams. And now we go out. Whoever fits our system, high school, JUCO, transfer, grads, let's get it. We are building a program, not just trying to get it one season, right? So those guys fit that. We make it happen. Fortunate for us, we might have 70 new players out there. We've been on it. What this staff has done over the last 5 months has been short. I don't know if anybody's worked harder, did more with less than what we've done. 8 coaches. We put in some work.
Right. Yeah, I see one of your coaches is another Seminole and Mario Edwards.
Yes. Yes, we got a couple. Got 2 of them.
Got 2 of them.
Yeah. 2 more.
So what are the things you just try to say? Well, we know it's not nothing, not anything out here right now. But like I said, looking at the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
That's the thing you try to tell coaches so they can, keep them, get them to stay and get more coaches to come in just to fill out your coach staff.
Well, here's the beauty of getting former players that have a passion for coaching, right? That's went on to the NFL. That it's not a money thing. You get these coaches. Sometimes Power 5 say it's not a money thing, and they get a pay raise, they take it. Well, you got coaches that really care about the kids and not the money. That wants to have an impact, want to leave a legacy, help them. Them the young men, them the type of coaches I want, and the type of coaches I want.
One more question. What is the influence of Coach Colzie, being that he's another Seminole that came in after you, after your playing days at Florida State? What was his influence as far as you getting into coaching in the SWAC?
Well, Colzie around me. I've mentored him, so he's been he got in because we was coaching, but some of the things that you look and you notice from Coach Colzie is the willingness to move around. He's in Canada. He's coaching in new places. The hard work, the dedication, never stops no matter what. I would say watching him work and really being happy for him when he got the head job, and wishing him as much success as possible. Win every game except one. Right? That's against us. But I'm so proud of him. I look forward to what he does in the future.
All right. As y'all see, Pascagoula Finest over here. Appreciate you, Coach.
Appreciate you guys.
All right. Let them know what first game of the season.
We playing Southern, man. Southern is coming to Itabena. Whiteout game. It's going to be electric. Military Appreciation Day, all those things. Valley is rising.
All right. Appreciate you, Coach.
All right, man. All right. Appreciate
man.
you.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
As y'all see, that was Coach Buckley from Mississippi Valley State. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and shut down the live for today. But I appreciate everybody for joining me today. Been on here for 3.5 hours. We are going to go ahead and get this thing out of here. Go take some more pictures and photos. Other than that, be blessed, be safe, plug your loved ones, love your loved ones. Check on everybody, check on your mental. And of course, get your kids out of penitentiary and crash out on your kids. But other than that, I just got to say this, as always, be easy, baby. Peace.